I told you that in 10 years, the rain falling from the sky won't be yours to catch? While the media distracts you with politics, the 0.001% are quietly buying the one thing you can't live 3 days without: water. They aren't just buying land, they are buying the clouds. From private armies guarding secret springs to billionaires owning the largest aquifers on the planet, the liquid gold war has begun. Today, List Nova exposes the top 10 elite moves to privatize life itself. Are you ready to pay for your next breath of steam? Think about it. We've seen them take the land, the oil, and the data. But water? That's the final boundary. Once they own the thirst, they own the soul. This isn't just business, it's a siege on humanity itself. Number 10. Cloud seeding. Imagine looking up at a dark, heavy cloud, waiting for rain to save your crops, only for a private jet to fly through it and steal that rain for a billionaire's private estate 50 miles away. This isn't science fiction. Companies are now using silver iodide to force clouds to dump water exactly where the highest bidder wants it. They are literally hijacking the sky's plumbing system, leaving entire villages to rot in the sun, while their private golf courses stay emerald green. They have turned the weather into a subscription service, and if you haven't paid, your land stays a graveyard. It's a silent execution of the poor, carried out by chemical engineers who have decided that your thirst is a necessary sacrifice for their profit. Question for you. If a corporation creates a rainstorm, do they own that water? Or is nature being stolen from us in broad daylight? Tell me your thoughts below. Number 9. The man who predicted the 2008 crash. Michael Burry made billions betting against the housing market. But do you know what he's betting on now? Water. He has liquidated almost everything to buy land with senior water rights. He knows that in the coming collapse, a gallon of water will be worth more than a bar of gold. He isn't just investing, he's waiting for the world to go thirsty so he can sell us back our survival at a 5,000% premium. This is a man who bets on disasters. And the fact that he is all in on water should tell you exactly how close we are to the end. If you want to see the moves they make before they hit the news, subscribe to List Nova, because once it's on the news, it's already too late for you. Number 8. The 300,000-acre fortress. The Bush family reportedly purchased nearly 300,000 acres of land in Paraguay. Why there? Because it sits directly over the Guarani Aquifer, one of the largest underground reservoirs of fresh water in the world. This isn't a vacation home. It's a strategic stronghold. They are sitting on a subterranean ocean that could sustain millions, yet it's guarded by high-voltage fences and shadow contractors. While the world fights over oil prices, the elite have already captured the only resource that actually keeps your heart beating. They aren't just owning the land, they are owning the future survival of an entire continent. And they didn't ask for permission. Number 7. The Corporate Takeover. The former CEO of Nestle once famously said that the idea that water is a human right is extreme. To them, it's just another foodstuff that should be privatized. They are currently pumping millions of gallons of water out of drought-stricken areas for pennies, bottling it, and selling it back to you at a 3,000% markup. They are effectively draining the Earth's lifeblood and selling you back the transfusion while your local wells run dry. They treat the planet like a lemon to be squeezed. And once they've taken every drop, they'll leave you to choke on the dust. It's a slow-motion heist, where the victim is billed for the privilege of staying alive. Number 6. The Digital Chokehold. In some cities, smart meters are being installed that can remotely shut off your water if you exceed your carbon footprint or miss a payment. This is the Internet of Things turned into a weapon. They are turning a natural resource into a digital subscription. Imagine your child is crying for a glass of water, but your faucet stays locked because your social credit score dropped overnight. The elite won't need to send the police to control you. They'll just deactivate your survival from a laptop in Silicon Valley. It's the ultimate form of slavery. Obey the system, or your tap stays dry. Number 5. The Ocean Trap. As fresh water disappears, the elite are building massive desalination plants. But these aren't public utilities. They are private monopolies. They are taking the last resort, the ocean, and putting a price tag on it. By controlling the technology that turns salt into life, they ensure that even the boundless sea belongs to a board of directors. Soon, you won't even be able to boil a pot of seawater without paying a processing fee to a billionaire's offshore holding company. They are building a wall around the horizon, and you'll have to pay a toll just to look at the waves. Question for you. If we reach a point where every drop of water is manufactured by a company, is there any freedom left? Or are we just tenants on a planet we used to own? Number 4. The liquid stock market. In 2020, water began trading on the Wall Street futures market. Just like oil and wheat, investors can now bet on the scarcity of water. This means billionaires can profit from droughts. They now have a direct financial incentive to pray for a dry season while your crops wither and your family suffers. Your thirst is their quarterly profit margin, and they are literally shorting the future of the human race for a few extra zeros in their bank accounts. They have commodified the very essence of existence, turning every dry throat into a green candle on a trading screen. When a life-saving resource becomes a future, it means the market actually benefits from a drought. The more people suffer, the higher the stock price goes. We have reached a point where the global economy is literally rooting for a catastrophe. Number 3. The armed springs. Deep in the mountains of the USA and France, private entities are buying up land with natural springs and surrounding them with military-grade security. They are creating water bunkers. While you drink recycled tap water filled with chemicals and pharmaceuticals, the elite are sipping 10,000-year-old glacier water from their private taps. They are creating a two-tier society: the purebloods who drink from the earth, and the processed crowd who drink from a corporate pipe. They know the future is toxic, and they are hoarding the only antidote left: clean, untouched water that you will never be allowed to taste. Number 2. The Silent Landlord. Bill Gates is now the largest owner of private farmland in the US. But look closer. He isn't just buying soil, he's buying the subsurface rights. Most of his land sits on top of the Ogallala Aquifer, a massive underground sea that feeds America's heartland. By owning the dirt, he owns the tap that feeds the nation's food supply. He is positioned to be the chief architect of who gets to irrigate and who is forced into a state of artificial famine. One man, one tap, total, undisputed control. He isn't just farming crops, he is farming human dependency. And he owns the one thing that can turn it all off. Number 1. The Great Filter. The final move isn't just owning the water on the ground, it's owning the moisture in the air. New atmospheric water generators can pull gallons of water out of thin air, but only for those who can afford the machine. Meanwhile, laws are being passed making it illegal for you to collect rainwater in your own backyard. They claim the clouds belong to the state. They want every single molecule of H2O to pass through a corporate meter before it touches your lips, turning the very atmosphere into a toll road. We are entering the age of a biological dictatorship where even the rain has a master, and every sip you take is a debt you owe to the elite. Question for you. If you had to choose between your bank account being frozen or your water supply being cut off for 48 hours, which one would break you first? The answer reveals the terrifying power they now hold over your life. The elite aren't just stealing your water, they're stealing the future. From building secret underground bunkers to stay safe, to injecting teenage blood to stay young, they are preparing for a world where you don't exist. Click here to see our deep dive into their hidden fortresses before the taps go dry. Subscribe to List Nova, stay informed, or get left behind. Watch the bunkers video now. The taps are running dry, but the elite's pools are full. Don't wait for the thirst to hit before you start asking questions. Knowledge is the only weapon we have left. This is List Nova. We'll see you in the next one, if the rain still falls.